And I will also say, in general, I think it's good for art to be divisive. I think it's good for some group of people to say I don't like that very much, and some people to say I really really like that. That's for me. That speaks to me. I think when art is trying to appeal to like the common denominator, that's when it's like very corporate and oh no, we drew the removal spells against the Triome deck. That's when art gets suffers a bit, and so I tend to like that. I believe that streaming the PT is allowed. It was the last time I played a PT and I did stream it. And I just haven't actually looked at the rules yet. I will stream it if it's allowed. I think it is allowed. I just need to double check. But you have to stream on a delay, and I will stream on a delay, and I will not. Streaming on a delay certainly takes the fun out of it for me. I do like talking to you guys. It just drains me of my energy to like sit still in a room knowing people are watching me without getting to talk to them. But I'll do it for you guys. I do feel like they're making too many secret layers though. Just like feels like there's a new one every week. Develop a strategy to interact with you guys on delay. I'll talk. I'll talk. I just, I can go back in time. You guys can't go forward in time, though. But I'll use my words. Not sure if that was a rude question. I didn't see it. I don't know. I always forgot to reapply my Twitch subscription. Is that the question? I didn't see it, but I'm not worried. I don't care if you subscribe. I don't care if you don't. Well, I do care, but I don't mind if you don't subscribe. I'm just happy you're here. If I draw another 1-mana removal spell, I guess we don't have any more in the deck. But this is the nature of the matchup. Is these spot removal spells are terrible against these decks, and you can win game 1s if you don't draw them, but when you draw 5, you just can't win. But the sideboard plan is to cut the removal spells for the blue cards. I know I could have Path Thorough, but I'm just losing the game. I know we weren't 0% there, but it would have been like a 5 to 10 minute game to almost definitely lose. No, curious what my sideboard guides are on Patreon. I don't have a Patreon, but if you subscribe to my Twitch channel and you link your Twitch with Discord, I do have sideboard guides available on the Discord. And I got to save everybody some time scooping it up there. And it's also not like the bolt snap bolt plan is in any way reasonable against the Uro decks, because they just as soon as Uro resolves, they counters the bolts retroactively. Which decks would make sideboard guides for? I have some old sideboard guides, but the ones that are currently up to date are for Miracles, this deck Jeskai, and for the Bant Ephemerate control deck I've been working on. And there are some older ones too that you can maybe gain some insight, but those are the ones that are currently up to date, because those are the decks I've been playing. Yeah, I think we're actually safe to Wildfire our Flagstones here, because if our opponent taps out for a threat, then we get to tap out for Hero of Dominaria. Not that it's necessarily going to resolve, but I think it's safe to cast here. Growth Spiral into Spell Snare would be gross. But my 2-mana ramp spell is more powerful than theirs, although theirs is instant speed, I guess. Mine is actually card advantage. Alright, we'll do a routine Force of Negation check. I think. Guess we'll see what we draw. Yeah, I think we just are supposed to jam here. Hell yeah. Which decks can I play that ignore infinite life? This deck is maybe the best one. Or Miracles. And you can also just, play like 2 Jaces and a Teferi or a Jace and a Teferi and largely ignore it out of... They left in Bolt? Weird. Wasn't expecting them to leave in Bolts. We can probably resolve a Teferi if we play one here. Let's see what we draw. They did Shock, which kind of indicates they're leaving up Mystical Dispute. It's really bad if they have Dispute here. So I think I'm going to pass and, make a Shark and kill the Ashiok if they minus it. Kikijiki only ignores infinite life if you deal with the combo before killing them. Well, if they get back Bolt, they can deal with my Shark, and I don't think it's too hard for them to read that I may have a Shark Typhoon. Yeah, you bring in Ashiok because it's good in every matchup. You always side it in, but you never main deck it, of course, because it's a sideboard card. It's a sideboard card. Why would you main deck it? I do think that Ashiok is fine, Even the mill is relevant because we're a control deck. Although it's less relevant because I bring in Nexus of Fate. Yeah, they get to bolt my Shark. Yeah, I do just have a Nexus of Fate in my deck, so them decking me is effectively me taking infinite turns. Alright, I'm just gonna make the Shark and make them bolt the Shark. It's also, we can also draw the Force if they don't bolt right now. But they play around it. Is it weird for me to just Snapcaster Mage instead of Eat Wit and Bant? I mean, maybe weird is a strong word. But I think I prefer Eternal Witness because that's, the combo is Eternal Witness plus Ephemerate, of course. And it's much worse with Snapcaster. I think you can play like one Snapcaster and it'd be totally fine, but also doesn't feel like super necessary to me. Do you want to counter draw or counter bounce the Ashiok? I think I'll just counter draw. And probably lose this fight. Yep. Stinks. Another fetch land. I mean, am I an idiot for trying to use the pathway so I can use off-color sideboard cards? Depends on what format are you playing. I think if you want an off-color sideboard card, it's just better to play a land you can fetch for most decks. And I don't think that, I think Snapcaster is also not like a plan A. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into your phrasing. But no, the Ephemerate Eternal Witness is definitely good. I would not recommend playing Snapcaster over it, but maybe in addition to. I think it's good to cycle the Wildfire here. It's not very likely we get to Spell Snare or anything, and we have a Force for Teferi, and it looks like we're playing the Mirror. It's also very possible that our Wildfire will just rot in hand if we wait too long to cast it. Game 1 of this matchup's a bit weird, but cool to be playing the Mirror. So my opponent has a Cryptic Command up. Is the Bant Ephemerate mana even that bad? When you compare it to other decks, yes. But just like not the Mirror. When you compare it to other decks, yeah, it is that bad. When you compare it to this deck's mana base, when you compare it to For the 4-color Omnath deck, even. Just like compared to your like traditional 3 or 4-color mid-range deck in Modern, it does have bad mana. But it's not like the mana is non-functional. And it's not, it's, you know, it's more so that you have really tough mana requirements. Man, I thought we were playing a mirror match. Really tough mana requirements. And you don't have a Triome. I'm so shook. My opponent's just gonna Cryptic my Cryptic. Ah. They're gonna remand their own counterbalance and then replay it. Dude, we're getting crushed here. Would a Bant Triome replace Mystic Gate outright? I may still want to play Mystic Gate because you still want to play basic planes. And the idea is that basic planes and Uro are natural enemies, and so if you can, you know, quell the rivalry that is, you know, Uro plus basic planes, I think that has value. We're so dead. We're so dead. This is awesome. Love losing to a spicy brew. Bit late. Force of Negation. I will say that playing Counterbalance, I guess they do have instants or sorceries. I have played Stoneforge Mystic in this deck, and I think it is worse with it. Mm-hmm. I mean, don't you like waking up at the same time you usually do? Aren't you waking up the same time you usually do?
No.
I didn't realize how late it was. Doing a counterbalance check with the lightning bolt there. They have a Scalding Tarn on top, so I'm going to jam this to Teferi. We don't quite have enough to also protect this with a Force of Negation, but I think when in this is a spot where I feel I'm supposed to jam. Not that I feel like it's very likely we win the fight. My sound level seems a bit lower. Could I turn it up? It's as high as it goes. Is that Athena?
Yes.
Gross.
I know.
Does the sound off to anybody else? You're the, you know, maybe I'm just talking quietly. I can do the Mystic Sanctuary thing. They reveal a Thought Scour. They can counter this if they fetch a Sanctuary, but I think that we're just kind of have to take that. Pull the mic closer.
How do I know?
That's, I don't know. I think it's fine. What?
How does one not go into a coma of a sleep?
You need to go back to bed, I think.
No, I slept too much.
What, you know? Okay. So it sounds like you're speaking nonsense. We've got 9 points of burn. They fetch one more time, then all of a sudden that's lethal if we draw another burn spell. That's another burn spell. I'm gonna throw one off in their upkeep. Hmm. I don't want Omen of the Sun to resolve. No. They're drawing a Fun Raveler. I guess we try to snap Cryptic Fun Raveler. We do lose to a 2 or a 4 on top, or them having a counterspell, so I'm not very optimistic. Slightly optimistic. They chose not to use... Okay, so they know the top card because of the Omen, which could be a 4. Could definitely be a 4. Let's find out. I'm going to draw. I think we could make an argument for counterbalance, but it's also kind of likely that they have some removal in their hand. Let's go to game 2, where we get to cut these some of these removal spells. Probably all of them. Well, I guess we need to leave in some number because we can't bring in the Aether Gusts. I'll play 2 Bolt and 1 Helix. The game isn't over. The game is over. I declare it to be over. Yeah, it's been I can't remember the last time I got counterbalanced out of the game, but maybe I deserve it. Yeah, I think that's the nature of Jeskai, I think, is like you just have like these dead burn spells in some matchups, and I think you have to win games 2 and 3, and it's hard to like have that be your plan to win games 2 and 3. Opponent's representing Dispute. I think I'm not going to play around it. Like, Dispute is going to get us if they have it at some point. Like, I think we have the luxury of doing this before they get to play a Teferi of their own. Or, I guess they could play Counterbalance, which is kind of the problem. Yeah, and I'm totally fine with, you know, making them use a Force. Thoughts? Oh, it's the Hall of Heliod's Generosity. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, they don't have a second land. Oh, sorry, they don't have a third land. They don't have a third land. If you're playing against me, you should be playing around Tail's End. Yeah. That's also, yeah, I agree. I think if Yama's having trouble playing Miracles, he should draw better. And I run pretty hot with Miracles. I will say, like, Miracles just is, it's weird because it's a high variance deck that also, like, I think has a high learning curve, which isn't always the case. A lot of times, like, high variance decks tend to be a little obvious how you play them, but I don't think Miracles is entirely obvious, and I think it does have a bit of a learning curve, and it's also rare to see a high variance control deck. A lot of times your control decks are sacrificing power for consistency, but Miracles is a deck that sacrifices consistency for power, and it's just not something you'll see very often. So we don't find our fourth land, but opponent's also stuck. Don't really want this to resolve, but I think we should let it resolve. They are missing a land drop. I'm going to throw a bolt here so that way if I miss my land, I don't have to go to discard. They almost cast something in their instep, which is a bit weird. They discard a Remand. I'm just going to attack with my sharks and pass it back. Would you guys rather spend 3 mana for 2 1/1s by playing Lingering Souls, or 6 mana for 2 1/1s and 2 cards? I think we all know the answer. Yeah, Lingering Souls plus Divination, baby. How many of those extra cards are Lingering Souls? You bring up some good points. But I will say that these are sharks. These are sharks, not spirits, so that just kind of makes them inherently better. So maybe factor that in. You can maybe play one Gust. Don't think I want to. Should have mulliganed this. I actually own a Shark Typhoon now. I bought one for my EDH deck. Yeah, still need to buy 3 more. I'm gonna keep this. I think I'm gonna put back the Force. Force is like kind of awkward when you mulligan. Especially in attrition matchups like this. In my somewhat limited historic play, do I think there's any room for a Sublime Gearhulk deck? Kinda, yeah. Like, the fact that Spiral is legal. I think you can play a Temur or Sultai Gearhulk Epiphany deck and have it be okay. But probably not, you know, amazing. Fetch. All day, every day, baby. So I think I'm very unlikely to cycle Typhoon for... Well, maybe not very unlikely, but I think I'm way more likely to remand a Teferi this turn or Tails into Teferi, and so I'm going to want to maybe just get a Triome here. If they fetch again, I'm going to Tails End again. Okay, so yeah, I thought I was going to use one of these, but now that I haven't, I'll just make a 1-1. You know, a Stifle that can also counter spells is pretty powerful. Tailsend is kind of great. Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I feel like I saw something about Shark Boy and Lava Girl recently. I can't remember the context. It might have been when me and my friends were joking about making G-Force 2. That could have been our next project. There's a new Shark Boy and Lava Girl movie. It's a Netflix series.
Oh, that's why they were. I saw memes of like Taylor Lautner or something not doing Shark Boy.
He's not? What? He's got to.
He's not.
He is Shark
He's
Boy.
not a boy.
He will always be my Shark Boy, okay?
Remember when we watched Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
We watched it?
I think we watched it at my old apartment, and it was
Oh,
terrible.
yes! That's what happened. Me and Esther watched it, like, earlier this year.
It was, like, last year or something.
No, I think it was this year.
I think it was, like, Corona times. Like,
Maybe. It was just, like, I can't remember.
It was so bad.
Yeah, oh, man, I forgot. That's what it was. I watched it this year. Okay. Taylor will always be my Shark Boy. Yeah, a little bit. It was like 50 degrees this morning. I was talking about it with Ray. I was flexing how warm it was. What?
Still in Wisconsin?
Yeah, I think so. She was saying it was like 37 and that it was nice and balmy up there.
Balmy?
Yeah, it's like nice and comfortable weather.
I want to be comfortable weather at 37 degrees. Weird ass dream.
Yeah, I'm just kind of shuffling paper cards. I noticed my EDH deck kind of got flipped upside down. I have it sleeved up now. I've got the EDH deck sleeved up. And I cast Jokul Mordor. And I sacrificed 5 islands when it entered. And it entered tapped, and it was awesome. That was the best draw. Dude, what if we altered Shark Typhoon to be Shark Boy? We could Tails in the Shark. I don't think I'm going to. We'll just make a bigger Shark or bounce it with Teferi. There's always a bigger Shark. Oh, I found my Shark Typhoon. Hell yeah. I also got to use Quest for Ula's Temple. Got to put in a Polar Kraken from my hand into play. It's pretty exciting. You will not bounce my shark, opponent. I will not permit it. I think the remands are a bit better to use defensively here than Tail's End. Well, let's see Netflix should do a yeah. Forget The Walking Dead. They should do a Secret Lair, Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Be awesome. Let's let this resolve.
Have you worked on your phone?
What? Have I seen your phone? No.
It's not under all your cards?
Yeah, I can do a sample opening hand of the deck. Opponent discards Dispel and Flooded Strand. Makes me feel bad to kill a shark. Right. Sample opening hand. It's not very good. This would be a mulligan. We've got a Thing from the Deep. It's a 9-mana 9/9. When it attacks, you sacrifice an island. A Rush of Knowledge, which is very good with the Krakens because you draw like 9 cards. Stormtide Leviathan, one of the better Krakens. I'm just gonna end this game. Colossal Whale, which is actually doesn't work very well with the theme. Most of like the Sea Monster Chaos cards doesn't care about whales, but I care about whales, damn it. I care about whales. One basic island in the hand. I've got a Rapid Hyperalization, which I feel like Frog Lizard is kind of flavorful, kind of not. And then a Nadir Kraken. I think we're getting some GGs from our opponent. What spell did they discard? Dispel. So a bit awkward. This is a turn 3 Jace the Mind Sculptor on the play. I'm gonna keep. Do I play Chasm Skulker? No, I'm not playing Chasm Skulker, although I did consider it. Is it the... Oh, actually, I have 2 crabs. I do have the legendary crab from Zendikar Rising, but I also have Chrome Shell Crab, which is a morph, and when you unmorph it, you exchange control of a creature you control with a creature your opponents control. And so the idea is you can give them like a bad creature, like a Kraken Hatchling, or just the crab itself. But I was just like looking through my bulk box, and I found a Chrome Shell Crab, and I thought it was perfect. We were playing against TSP Jindrak. I think, was Jindrak playing Esper the other day? Can't remember. Oh wait, is that the joke with Chrome Shell Crab? Is that you give your opponent crabs? Is that the joke? I think it might be. I did see that Blue-Black Rogues went 5-0 in the prelim. That's pretty cool. It's very different from like the list I built. But I'm excited to see, you know, I always love to see a rogue deck do well. It's pretty funny. I'm doing well, Spider. How are you doing today? That's spiders and crabs in the chat now. Feels like we should jam Jace. We have Remand up. Not sure what my opponent's playing. Oh yeah, rogue deck. Rogue Tribal can never be tier 1 because it always has to stay as a, you know, spicy rogue strategy. All right, do a routine Force of Negation check. Does not have it. They haven't shown us red, so I'll brainstorm. The +2 Jace meme I think is dead. I'm done telling the joke for now. We'll see. We'll see if it ever comes back. I kind of think it was maybe never funny to begin with. Yeah, TSP has just loved Narset lately. Narset plus Alsta. It's a pretty good turn. I think we're supposed to get Teferi down. Okay. I'll come back when you're actually supposed to +2. Thank you. Every time I smile with these earphones, it makes my ears like feel uncomfortable. Don't know if that makes sense. It like squeezes my ears around my headphones and it feels real bad, and then I unsmile. Something I noticed this morning. That kind of stinks. Stop smiling. Never. I'm gonna mulligan this. This hand also kind of stinks. We've already gone to 5. This hand is okay. Maybe if it draws a land, let's go to 5. Or sorry, we've already gone to 6. I'll go to 5. This is an okay 5. I'll put back Force of Negation and Snapcaster. You're inspired yesterday by someone asking me about when to go to taxes. I managed to put it in True Rare Shell with a 5-0. That's awesome. Yeah, I can't remember who it was. I can remember because they donated. It was Horchata in a Bag, which is a great username. A very inspiring spikeling indeed. They're gonna Field of Ruin me in my upkeep? No way. How is this correct? Guess I should have floated. I mean, we could have made a 1/1 shark. I just don't understand why this is happening. Maybe they're worried about me end of turn Cryptic Commanding them off of the floating mana. I feel like we probably like get punished if we do that though. I've got the Samsung Air Buddies or something like that. Barf. Scared of Tail's End. Oh, maybe that's a good point. Well, but I could still Tail's End. You get a Logic Knot, huh? Alright, Jace the Mind Sculptor. We talked about it. It's +2 time, baby. It's time to +2. Assuming you resolve, which is not a foregone conclusion. They force pitching Jace. Their hand is now Logic Knot, 3 mystery cards, and whatever they get off Narset. They put Force on top, then minus Narset. Yeah. I feel like I may have plussed the Teferi before minusing Narset there. That way you get to draw the Force for sure, and then you probably hit something good off of Narset. Of course, putting Force on top guarantees the draw off Narset, but so not like a big deal. But I probably would have plussed before minusing.
You just want to Grande Cafe Mocha?
Yes, please.
Okay, no.
Spoo2, thank you for your deck tech. Hope you're having a good day today. Appreciate that. Oh, did anybody refund the Pet Athena from earlier? Because I remember asking if they wanted me to get up and pet or get refunded because she is still asleep, and then I don't even think I saw the message.
Or you could just pet her now.
I could pet her now, but I don't know if the donator was still here, or the channel pointer. Grixis Control and Historic. Okay. Let me pull out these for those. This is interesting. 4 Heart of Kiran seems like a bit too many with only 10 ways to crew it. I think you could maybe get away with like 3.
Holiday shopping event. 50
I do like Royal Scions plus Dreadhorde Arcanist, although you only have Supreme Will to get like that 3 mana spell going, but I think it's good. I would probably play Bloodchief's Thirst over Shock. I think Bloodchief's Thirst is better than Shock, and then that can maybe make you like base black blue splashing red, and you only have one red symbol. So let me go back to this match while I think about that a bit more. I would be sideboarding Narset. I see a Bloodchief's Thirst. Maybe that's just kind of where that can be. We all wish there was a Grixis Triome, of course. Plays around Tail's End masterfully. I think with 2 Fun Ravelers, we're just supposed to jam. And like no 4th land. I will draw a card to play around the Narset. Mana base looks fine. I would have to play with maybe a bit more before I figured anything else out. I do like that you're playing 4 Fabled Passage. I might just play 1 Mountain. I would probably only play 1 Mountain and then go up to 4 Blood Crypt is maybe a change I'd make. Okay, those are my thoughts. Hope that you got to get a little bit of insight. And they just drew 2 with Charm. Game is in good shape. Shocks have been very good versus Imri. I haven't seen very many Imris in Historic. But I mean, if that's your concern, if you disagree with me, and you think that Shocks are better, like there is a decent chance that you're right because I haven't played a ton of Historic yet. I've played, how many matches have I played so far? I guess I've played maybe like 20. No, sorry, more than that, like 40 hours of Historic Lifetime, which just isn't all that much. Yeah, I would. That'd be really good.
Can you refund?
I can, yeah, but I can't from this view. I have to open Twitch, but I just have Streamlabs open, and if I open Twitch, it like taxes my RAM, and then that's a problem because Magic Online has like memory leak problems. Did we already play?
Which one do you like? The roasted ham and Swiss? No. Yeah, which sandwich do you like?
Yeah, that one.
They're sold out.
What else do they have?
They have sausage, cheddar, and egg. They do turkey, bacon, and cage-free egg whites. Bacon, sausage, and egg wrap. Southwest veggie wrap.
Bacon, sausage, and egg wrap sounds great.
Okay.
I've been listening to the whole Tower of God soundtrack today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you wanted to sing it for chat.
Dun, dun.
Might be playing the mirror here. I'll often ask Esther to sing Tower of God for me. Can you get a refund for this message? Sure thing. The mod will have to do it for you. And if a mod, when you refund, it's about 9,000. If we do have a mod in chat. Oh, there we go. You did. There, it is refunded. Thank you, guy.
He refunded the highlighted one?
No, refunded the Pet Athena. Although, here she is, and I guess we can give this one for free. Free to the whole chat. An amazing Pet Athena. Yeah, so good.
Come here. Come here.
So good.
Come here.
Scratch your butt. Usually lays down when you scratch your butt. Okay. That one was free.
Pre-tax. No. Baby, I am like $1 and no, I'm 80 cents short for it to be pre-tax. I'll add.
No, I can't afford it then.
How about, do you want an extra shot in your cafe mocha?
Oh, you need to spend more money to spend less money?
Give me my bonus stars. I just want bonus stars. I'm already spending $20.
Sounds like a yes
I might
to
as
me.
well. Do you want an extra shot?
Sure.
You want 3 shots? Yum.
No. 3?
It comes with 2.
bouncing off the walls.
espresso.
I'll take one, yeah. I will accept this if it means you get to spend more money to spend less money.
Yes, yes. That was perfect. Now I am 10 cents over. Perfecto.
Dina is so good. It's been a long time since Athena just like slept on my feet like she used to.
Oh. I sleep with mommy until I have to wake her up.
Yeah.
And I really do have to wake her up.
Good morning, Ty. How are you doing today?
Yeah.
Yeah, Athena gets so grumpy if Esther doesn't like wake up at exactly the right time.
Or just waking up in general, because especially lately I've just been so tired that I can't really like wake up.
Mm-hmm.
I go into a coma of sleep. It's just, I feel like I'm on deep sleep cycle the whole time. Or, you know?
If you want, I can knee you in the middle of the night.
Knee me.
Yeah, give you a big knee in the back.
I think I'd still sleep through it.
I think you probably would too. What was that?
It was a burp.
That burp, was that burp audible? That was a big Athena burp. Amazing. Good job, Athena. Good job burping.
Usually her.
Yeah. She drinks water too fast.
Those are audible.
Yeah. I think there would have been a good argument to save the Spell Snare for the 2-mana tutor. I think that you are supposed to Spell Snare anything in this matchup as soon as you get it.
Athena, do you want a puppuccino?
It's time, dude. It's been like a whole week since we've done this. Hell yeah, hard cast Shark Typhoon.
Shark Typhoon. It's been a week since you cast Shark Typhoon?
Since I hard cast it.
What does that mean?
So you can either spend 6 mana to cast Shark Typhoon, or you can cycle it and make a shark. And you get to draw cards too. Athena wants to play so bad. She doesn't want to get picked up. I'll try to pet Athena, but she's going to think we're playing.
Come here, Athena. Come here.
Athena, I have to pet you legally. I've got a contract. We'll get her, don't worry, Padme. Why hardcast Typhoon here? The main reason is that our opponent could never ever beat it in this spot. That would be the main reason, is that it wins the game for sure. And with mostly just a remand up, it seems pretty free. This is also a hardcast Shark Typhoon stream. It's definitely true. Alright, we got her. We got her, Padme. We got her. Nope. So good.
Good. And now she says.
And now she sleeps. Now she sleeps. So it's good. I'm gonna keep this. You see socks and sandals? Oh. I didn't even notice.
What? Was that a meme?
Yeah. Astro has more style than anybody I know. I'm not saying that just to say it.
My Air Force Ones.
Maybe it's less so as shoes.
Forcers?
Yes, they're forcers.
Forcers? These ones, baby.
These ones.
These ones. Athena, what is it?
Man.
I wear socks and sandals every morning.
Esther has very cold feet.
Yes. I always wear socks. And I don't want to put on shoes, so that requires sandals. Athena, what smells so good on my sweats? And I have a Bucky shirt because
Bucky shirt, socks, and sandals. All right, we rep Bucky's, dude.
It's a pilgrim shirt.
We stand Bucky's. We stand Randy Bueller, and we stand hardcast Shark Typhoon.
It says something on the back. What does it say on the back?
says Randy Bueller.
No, it doesn't. Show me what it says.
I'll eat pie with a little help from my friends.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, oh my god, it's beef jerky, is what it says.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's beef jerky! I can't believe it! Dude, Randy Bueller would be like the best spokesman for any brand, honestly. I'm kind of surprised, like, you know, like, just like BCW or any like MTG supply chain hasn't picked up Randy as a spokesperson. You drew both of our Force of Negation. Cavern is tough, but we do have a Wildfire for it, and we can upkeep Wildfire to tap the land. I think I'm just gonna get a tap source here. And the next turn we can upkeep Wildfire, then draw the other Wildfire if we Mystic Sanctuary and effectively tap 2 of their lands. Field, Vesuva copying Cavern, and replay Reclaimer. Oh no, Reclaimer's so good against Wildfire. Damn it. So we need to draw like Aether Gust. But the Reclaimer's also just gonna get damn it. Yeah, we need to draw Aether Gust, but Reclaimer also gets Valakut, which is, of course, a huge problem. And we didn't draw the Aether Gust, so probably go into game 3. Do like the chances of us being on the play for game 3. If we draw Path, we can Path Snap Path. I'm gonna Force. Don't think we're gonna get too many other Force targets. And if we can maybe just slow them down a bit here, I think that's worth it. You think you need Helix in? These small threats are good at slipping under counterspells? Well, it's just Reclaimer, right? It's only Reclaimer. Like, Helix doesn't kill Dryad. I guess Tracker too. We have 3 bolts. 3 bolts, 3 gusts, 2 path. I think that's enough. Let me think about it. Maybe the first Helix is better than the second Force, although probably not when Boyle comes in. Okay, so snapping Wildfire targeting one of their lands doesn't feel like an option while they have Reclaimer up. So I'm going to Wildfire my own Flagstones, and I'm going to draw something good. They're going to Bog. Bog isn't beatable here, I guess. So fair enough. Bolts kills Reclaimer on turn 1 and turn 2. It does like in the early game, which is like when you want to kill Reclaimer. Yeah, Dryad decks play Boyle. It's really not that much of a nombo because you just like don't have to cast. You don't have to cast Boyle when you when you have Dryad in play. Do you think Skyclave Apparition still works in the? I don't really think you want Skyclave Apparition, but Apparition's a real good card. I don't think it would be totally unreasonable to play one. All right, I'm gonna double block. Snapcaster doesn't have a target anyways. Got some outs, maybe. Maybe. If we don't exactly Teferi, Hero of Dominaria into Cryptic. A player may concede the game at any time. A player who concedes the game leaves the game immediately. That player loses the game. Is that some kind of rule I just quoted? Yes, it's rule 104.3a. And if you want a handy reminder, you can subscribe and get the 104.3a emote. Wow. His hand's got a lot of good spells in it, as often one-landers do, but I will mulligan. I'll keep this one. I'll put back the Force. How you doing today, Fran? I'm glad that our opponent did not have triple Reclaimer. That would have been bad. Bit worried about my opponent getting to resolve a 2-mana spell, but what are you gonna do? Oh, awesome. My parents' cat was missing, but they just found him. Thank goodness. Wow, thank goodness. Also that we drew a land. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. No, 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 not boiled, not again. I can't get boiled again. I can't do it. I refuse to do it. When walking through your place, do I ever find myself silently singing Master of the House? No, it's actually like one of my... I've been listening to a lot of Les Mis lately, but it's one of my lesser... I feel like that song has less replay value than some of the other songs on the album. Or on the soundtrack, rather. So they're going to boil end of turn, I'm expecting. And then I think I'm going to Cryptic Command to counter and return their Field of the Dead to their hand. This way they can't just cast a Titan unless they have Castle Garenbrig. If we can just draw an Aether Gust, I'm going to feel pretty good. Maybe I should have faith in the top of my deck, but I think it's a bit better to Sanctuary Cryptic. Yeah, I also thought it may have been a tutor for Veil, but I was told by Fran that they don't play Veil these days, so... This is weird. I guess they just have two, and they're like, I'll just jam into the first one. So now I'll hold up Snap Cryptic. And if they don't jam, we can Snap Bolting and try to kill. They would be dead if they didn't play Radiant Fountain. Oh, you're already back. I didn't even know you left.
I do mobile order and then I don't go through the drive-thru because it's insane. No point in going through the drive-thru. If I'm doing a mobile order, I could just go inside and pick it up real quick.
Amazing.
I already feel so much better.
GG's! GG's. Man, this matchup is tough. I'm glad to squeak out a victory. Didn't even have to cast her best card in the matchup, Teferi.
Weird how Peru's in the garage.
Yeah, he's always been a weird cat. He likes to, like... What a good joke.
I've been trying to get you cleanser to wash your face. You know what you did with it? You put it in your fucking hair!
I thought it was Moose. It said Moose.
I said cleansing
It said Moose. Ginger was playing
French.
blue-white Narset.
Moose means foam.
I think we keep this. It's obviously, like, a bit loose.
Are you still listening to Tower God?
Huh? No, I'm listening to Remy now.
Mm-hmm.
These bolts are not very good against E-Tron. I think I'm gonna not fetch for now. I think you played fine, Croc. I didn't see anything that you should have done differently.
Did you just play him before?
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Everyone on MTGO is a big fan.
Except when they're like, who's aspiring Spike? I've heard of it all the time.
Yeah, I sometimes get the message. It feels like I only get this message when I'm off stream, but that, hey, I've heard your name a lot. I never watch you. Is one I got pretty recently. I never watch you, but I hear your name a lot, and I don't really ever know what I'm supposed to say to that. A fetch land, I think, or Mystic Sanctuary is what I want to draw the most here. So you get back Force and then play Jace. We did miss. I think I will look for a land.
Who is this aspiring Spike? I hear him everywhere.
Yeah, I guess I know it's. I guess thanks. I don't know. But also, it was just like the I never watch you was a bit weird. It may have been like a possible like language thing.
Maybe.
I was supposed to hide this from a Thought Not Seer. That was bad.
A mistake. You made a mistake. How dare you?
Okay, I'm quadruple queuing with Esther and Athena, who is weirdly here right now. I wonder why Athena is here. I wonder why Athena has decided to grace us with her presence. She says, my presence is a present. Now give me burrito.
Food, please. I want eggs. I will be Peru if that means I get eggs.
You know how some people do like cute voices for their dogs? This is the voice we do for Athena. Yes! Yes! I can't. Oh my gosh! I can't believe it. I can't believe they got Sorcerer's Spyglass into the chalice. Oh my gosh! The opponent just spent 6 mana to do nothing. I can't believe it. That was awesome. That was so cool. It's funny because they play the Sorcerer Spyglass to play around Chalice, their own Chalice.
Did they not know that it wouldn't do anything?
So Chalice of the Void is a card that says it enters with X counters on it, and it counters every spell with that converted mana cost, X. Mm-hmm. And so they have a Chalice of the Void on 2 here, and then they played a 2 mana spell. In fact, they searched up a 2 mana spell and then played it.
Is the X that they chose for Chalice 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they chose 2 and then they got a 2 mana spell. I'm sure somebody in chat has the same questions Esther's does, and it's helpful for them.
Mm-hmm. But Sorcerer's Spyglass was 6 mana, you said.
No, it's 2. I didn't say 6, did I?
You said 6. I heard 6 very clearly.
If I said 6, I was wrong. So you see it, it's right here. It's 2.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why you said 6, but I heard 6.
I believe you. I believe that's what you heard.
You said they spent 6 mana for nothing.
Yeah, I believe that's what you heard.
Oh my gosh. 4 for Karn, 2 for Spyglass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's why.
Oh, 6 mana do nothing. I see. Yeah. All right.
You said it.
Yeah. I did believe you.
You just couldn't explain what you said. I just don't understand.
I believed you. I just couldn't remember what I said. It all comes out of my mouth. It starts nowhere. There's like no like thought put into what I say. It just kind of exists, and I don't listen to myself, so nobody should listen to me. Tina.
This is what I wait patiently for.
Oh, I forgot to do the concede to Matter Reshaper bit. What exactly is Green Red's Dino Stompy? It was a dono deck, yeah, and it was really fun. It actually went up on YouTube. The YouTube channel just hit 2,000 subscribers. If you guys want to check that out.
Your YouTube channel?
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
No, the YouTube channel. The one and only YouTube channel on YouTube.
Only 2,000 subscribers. PewDiePie got nothing on you.
What is the YouTube channel, of course? So we're going to put some counters on Blast Zone. I guess they can't even put enough counters on it to kill anything. Because they don't have Tron.
Is Uro not in Modern anymore?
It's... I regrettably inform you that Uro is still in Modern.
What? I thought it was good. Why is it so bad now? Or is it should be banned, but...
I'm mostly joking. The card's like not very fun, but... It's not very fun, but I don't think it should be banned.
I don't know. I've seen...
You've opened a can of worms by asking this, by the way.
Okay, well, the people that you have been watching, they're playing Standard, right? And they're playing Uro?
Historic.
Historic? Okay.
Uro is banned in Standard.
Okay. I think Historic is a dumb format.
Why?
Because...
There's no such thing as a dumb format.
You know what's a dumb format? Magic.
Magic's not a format.
Gathering.
Magic is not a format.
It's a dumb game.
If Esther wasn't here, I would have played the Randy Bueller clip. There's too much going on. We do not format shame, by the way. Like that's the thing. People like to like say your format that you like is stupid, and the format I like is good. The format I like is the best way to play Magic, but that is the beautiful thing about Magic, is there's no best way to play it. You know? Everybody enjoys the game differently, and that's what's cool. And sideboard like this. Since I knew I put Scavenger Helix on top, I mean, it just doesn't matter, Adam. I wasn't thinking too hard. But I'm sure there was a more clean way to do that.
Can I tell chat my wish of dating a famous Magic player? I told you earlier. Remember? Okay, I told you this earlier. Okay, so I wish one day someone would come up to me at my job or just in public and say, "Oh my gosh, you're Esther. You're Spike's girlfriend." And I would love that. But no.
I'll concede if I draw the second Platinum Emperion.
But you know why that would never happen?
Why?
I work at Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
That would never happen.
I think famous is a strong word.
Unless they come with their wives. So come on, guys, come with your wives. Or girlfriends. Or waifus. You could come with your waifus.
Yeah, bring your body pillows to Victoria's Secret.
Come with your body pillows. I get weird.
And then proudly proclaim you're a fan of mine with your body pillow. Your body pillow of me. This is my girlfriend, Aspiring Spike. I'm coming to buy. Oh, you're Esther. You're Aspiring Spike's girlfriend. We have the same, the same significant other. It's so weird. It's awesome.
It's awesome.
A person comes up and says, "I've heard Aspiring Spike a lot. I don't watch the stream." That's awesome.
Damn. Well, then they wouldn't know me because they don't watch the stream.
Our hand's like pretty resilient to Seer. They probably just take the Snapcaster.
They would not know me.
Did you get some Aspiring Spike body pillows? Now that's merch I can get behind.
They have to be 6 feet. Or do you want me to be 6 feet? Or do you
Well,
want them to be like 3 feet?
Yeah, I think real short. I should have a manlet body pillow.
4-foot body.
I tell the chat I'm a different height every time they ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've tried to not stand next to you.
He's 5'11", the perfect height. To to me, I would date anyone 5'4" and up. Because I'm so short.
I'm not even 5'11". I feel like that wasn't the... That's not... I feel like I've been saying shorter than that, but...
You've been saying shorter than 5'11"? 5'11" is the perfect height.
5'11" isn't even short.
Because you're not 6 feet yet, and girls are like, I only date men if they're over 6 feet. You know what I say? If they're over 6 feet, I might not date them.
Can't remember what I've been saying.
Can I like cut off your feet at your ankles so you can be shorter?
It's really like whatever height people guess. I usually say I wish I was that tall. I think that's the bit. It's been a while since I've done it.
Yeah, you have to visit every.
Oh yeah, you can cut off my feet, and then people ask how tall I am, and I'll go, I'm 0 feet, and I'll put my legs up in the air, and it'll be really funny.
No, that's so bad. That's so bad. Like that's the most morbid thing you've said.
Every time I don't get a good night's sleep, the stream just totally derails.
Athena, what? She says, I want coffee.
Athena says the stream should not be derailed like this.
No, she says...
I need to stop Dad from saying something stupid.
No, she says, Mommy needs to play with me and not hang out with me.
You're not even doing the voice.
Mommy needs to play with me and not hang out with Daddy. I don't like this. Play with me.
Here's what she's saying.
That
is what she's saying.
How dare you sleep and not hang out with me? I woke you up to play with me. How many Athena's tall? So are you like putting Athena when she stands up on 2 legs or 4 legs? Just stack Athenas like on top of each other, like, you know, like this. Oh, why Athena?
This is exactly what we needed to happen. We are going to go, of course, for the upside of drawing a land so we can go Jace into Tails End, the Ugin ultimate. But this is the dream. This is the dream! Hell yeah! Dude, this has been... I'm every time I have, like, a really good game... No, I already played the land! Oh, never mind. This is the opposite of the dream. This is the nightmare. I thought I hadn't played a land. We can still blame that one on Esther.
You could blame it on Athena now.
It's because I was thinking the Scalding Tarn was just dead, and damn it.
Why did you think that?
Because it was dead at the beginning of my turn when I had Platinum Emperion in play because I can't activate it, but after it left, it became alive.
Did you get it? Do you feel the extra shot in your coffee?
Oh, that's why I'm acting like this today.
Do you
take Athena outside? It though? She's like triggered my dad. You know.
Take her out.
Yeah.
Okay, Athena.
Why would they ults? I feel like they would ults. Ult is like unbeatable.
Let's go outside for the second time already. You know why you want to go outside again? Because it is good both ways.
I mean, yeah, I know I wasn't dead, but that was what we call in the biz a shame concession, a shame concede. Wait, did they not have ultimate up? Alright, pull up the clip. Yeah, but that's just a classic shame concession. You guys never shame conceded before? Well, Spike, in order to shame concede, I'd have to make mistakes, and as a member of Twitch chat, doesn't really happen very often. I kind of want to snap Wildfire and try to keep him off of Tron here. I know we have like 3 good 4 mana plays in hand. I think that this is what I want to do. I think the way we lose is them getting Tron. And if they thought not seer us, it's just kind of fine because we have nothing but good plays for next turn. And this also means that like soon more Wildfires could just be Stone Rains. Yeah, they also played Matter Reshaper, but thankfully it was a turn 3 Matter Reshaper, which is on occasion beatable. Not very often. 2/2 Ballista. Down to 17. Probably playing the Platinum Emperion to gum up the board a bit. You want to fetch first because you can't fetch while you have this guy in play. Dude, I really can feel that third shot of espresso. Too much coffee. I think they'd make the correct choice there. Yeah, I'll just block. Seagate Wreckage. Awesome. Yeah, I really like this Walking Ballista art too. I think it's great. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Ty. And to everyone who is in the chat. I really genuinely am most thankful for you guys. You know, try not to get too sappy. I try to contain my overwhelming love for you guys every day. But I really just don't have any idea what 2020 would have looked like for me if the stream hadn't been going as well as it is. I really feel like I would be doing not very well at all if it wasn't for you guys. I'm gonna bounce this Thought Seer. And then we can force a chump block with a Jace minus. I think that's... Let's just get him dead. Or I guess we could kill Ugin. Let's kill Ugin instead of... Like if we kill Ugin, they attack Jace. It's kind of fine. Yeah, I think it was correct to play map because they can get... I mean, it's actually Ensnaring Bridge doesn't matter too much because we have 8/8 creatures.
What's up? It's
a chef's gifting 5 subs. If you guys ever want to get here at 9 a.m. Central, a chest always has a fun paragraph for me to read, and also most of them are on the YouTube too. But Full Metal, Manapot, Sedana Geek Media, Vile Flicker Wisp, and Sheeps, thank you guys. Did I see that Yama butchered Miracles yesterday? I was told that Yama ran poorly instead of that he played poorly.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
But I will say that it may be a little unintuitive because it's not very common that you play a control deck with a lot of variance. Usually control decks sacrifice power for consistency, which is always something you can do when you're with your deck selection. You can always sacrifice power for consistency and vice versa. And that's totally fine, and you know there's kind of like an XY graph of power versus consistency. Whoa, there's a full art Teamer Battle Rage? What the hell? I didn't know that this existed. That's awesome. In every format you can always sacrifice power for consistency.